What's up, operators? This is Jet, Desert Fox, and this is the longest confirmed AEG kill.
I'm gonna go up on this ridge and see what I can see. Hopefully there's not a guy up here just chilling. Bang bang!
First, let's go over the parameters of the game and what makes this kill so unique. This gameplay is from an Operation Lion's Claw Milsim series event, which has a strict set of rules, one of which being the FPS limit. All AEGs used in this game must chrono under 366 feet per second with a 0.25 gram BB, or the equivalent 410 feet per second with a 0.20 gram BB. That means that everyone at this game is at or under the limit. Basically, it's an even playing field in terms of feet per second.
Oh yeah, see? They're gonna come through that doorway right there.
The gun I'm using in this game is my Elite Force 4 CRL, which passed chrono that morning at around 356 feet per second with a 0.25 gram BB. As for internal upgrades, my 4 CRL is stock. The only upgrade done to the gun is the 365mm Miracle Barrel. What's going on in the game right now is Tim, another teammate, and myself have taken a high hilltop overlooking the town. This is the same hilltop that was causing us problems in the Take This Town series.
This is when you need your M14, dude. Yeah. Look at that guy. Alright. I'm pretty certain that dude down there is going to lose that, and then we're going to get... And if we don't have this high ground, we're going to get fucked. That's us over there, right?
No.
No.
That's their spawn.
That's their spawn, that tree?
Right by the watchtower.
I can hit that guy. Oh no. Not with this wind. Oh dude, I hit him! Oh shit! Dude, it hit right next to him. You didn't see him react?
This guy going through the archway?
Yeah, dude. Hey, right here, I'm hitting you! Go on and call it!
Go away.
No way. Really? Oh my gosh! Dude, I hit that guy! Oh my Jesus Christ!
Even zoomed in as far as I can, the player is still a little speck on the screen.
Oh dude, I hit him! Oh my god!
You're probably wondering how I know that that distance is approximately 220 feet. To plot the distance, I used Google Maps, and here is the map that I used. You can see in the lower left corner the 50-foot scale of this map. To get the approximate distance, I marked my position, then the enemy's position, and then measured the distance using the scale. If you'd like to scale it yourself, click the Google link in the description. Now that distance is from point to point. We need to account for elevation, since I'm shooting from a hilltop down. To get the equivalent distance, as if we were shooting on flat ground, we use the field expedient rifleman method. This method is a math equation, which is the approximate angle you are shooting at, cosigned, then take the cosine of the angle and multiply it by your approximate distance. This equals the distance as if you were shooting on flat ground. Feel free to try this equation yourself. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Now that we know the capability of the Miracle Barrel, let's find out how it works. And who better to explain it than Master Tech Frank from Airsoft GI.
Miracle Barrel is the only barrel where, outside of a diameter change and manufacturing processes and stuff like that, there's a physical change to the barrel, and that's this stainless steel piece right here. There's actually a chamber, or not really a chamber, but kind of like a guide rail or trough for the BB to kind of sit into. All right. Now that trough is actually slightly raised. It's just ever so slightly, higher than, you know, the bottom of the barrel, or let's say the bottom of the bore. So it makes sure that the BB stays perfectly centered. Now what happens is, as that nozzle is pushing the BB and chambering the BB into the hop-up unit, it's going in the same time every single time because that channel is there. The BB isn't allowed to, and here I'm going to use this top of a thermos and this propane adapter to illustrate for you guys. So let's say this is the bore of the barrel, and without any kind of guide rails or, you know, a trough for the BB to sit into, potentially when that nozzle loads a BB, it could actually sit, you know, slightly to the right, slightly to the left, allowing it to hit the bumper incorrectly, and, you know, that's where you get your inconsistent shots. Even with, like, say, a tight bore barrel, it reduces, you know, how far up the BB can travel from side to side to get that improper bump, but you still notice that you'll get quite a few flyers. The Miracle Barrel actually reduces that because there are, you know, the two rails right there. It keeps the BBs perfectly centered, so it hits the bumper on the hop-up, you know, unit at the same time every single time.
Now that we know how the Miracle Barrel works, let's talk about increased range.
It's kind of like a trick, you know, kind of like an optical illusion. Because to tell you the truth, while we were testing these Miracle Barrels, we were testing the R-Hops and stuff like that, and we did pretty extensive testing because obviously, you know, the claims that we make are a lot different than the claims, you know, guys on YouTube are making, you know, guys on forums are making and stuff like that, because we are a shop. You know, the stuff that we say can't just be random claims. So, over all the hop-up setups out there, what we did notice is, and our test is, you know, we're not using, you know, spring snipers that'll do 600-700 FPS. We're not using gas guns that could do 600 FPS. You know, we're not even using AEGs that could do 500-600 FPS. Most field limits are 400 FPS on 2.0s. Okay, so when we talk about accuracy, range, and how well something performs, we always put it to the test of that, you know, 400 FPS range, because I would say 90% of the fields in California and around the country, a lot of them run a 400 FPS, you know, standard AEG limit. So we call them field legal, you know. So any gun out there, for example, a Full Metal D-Boy M4, or even the PDWs, you know, whatever. You can take and you can launch a 2A BB, a 3.0 BB to around the same distances. But where that BB lands is the question. Without having to touch the gun, just out of the gun. We load it up with 2A BBs, we load up 3.0 BBs. It'll get out there. But out of 5 shots, I would say maybe 1 or 2 would go straight. The rest of them, we don't even know where they ended up, because we see the BB hook, and that's it. That's all we know of the BB. So potentially, at that distances, you're actually shooting, and the BBs are hitting, you know, a 20, 30-foot spread. You don't know where they went because they all hooked off somewhere. The R-Hop and the Miracle Barrel stabilizes the BB, especially the Miracle Barrel. You know, where it gives you 3 points of contact that the BB chambers into and leaves, and it's the same every single time. So it makes the BBs fly and shoot a lot straighter and more consistent. So you're not really saying that the range, necessarily the physical range, is getting longer, but it's more of like your effective range. Where before your effective range was probably about 70 feet, 100 feet, it's actually now pushing that effective range all the way to the end of the, you know, the end of the BB trajectory. So we see that because, you know, basically where all the BBs are landing, they're all landing in the same place. We don't get the BB hooking off, you know, far left, far right, dropping, you know, things like that. So it's really the consistency that's where the Miracle Barrel really shines.
And there you have it, operators. The longest on-camera AEG kill at a regulated national event, and the hardware used to make the shot explained in depth. As always, this is Jet, Desert Fox, and I'll see you on the field. Now, I've opted to switch out the solid stock to this stock because I wanted something that was going to be able to collapse in case I'm in a CQ